By the way, the below average temperatures last until we kind of get into next week, but it's going to bring us the clouds, it's going to bring us some more rain, and even maybe some flakes for us. So sticking here, I mean, I literally put my boots away, these boots, and I was like, got to get the boots out again for today.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, it looks great.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. I thought you were talking about.
I may borrow those this weekend.
The Gator Blue. Yeah, you might need them. 5 to 15 inches. 5 to 15 inches. He has me all thrown off. 5 to 15 degrees.
Hey, did you see the temperature this morning?
It's definitely impressive, the cold air that's come in with us. But this low pressure is going to right at the East Coast. And, Jim, that means really mid to end of week, clouds, rain, even a little snow, keeping us on the chill side.
You know, we'll take it, though.
Yeah.
Remember, we got...
Rivers in several states are already bursting their banks after days of torrential rain, and the situation is only expected to get worse this week. The Kentucky River is expected to crest at nearly 50 feet, the highest recorded level in the city's history. Sadly, the death toll from both the flooding and severe now sits at 22. So please remain vigilant if you live anywhere near these rising rivers, because, Jim, everything's going downstream, and some of these aren't going to crest until April 17th even.
Right. Yeah, mid-month. It'll take the better part of the month.
Flying in a plane. Now, after several rounds of violent storms, millions across the Midwest and South are now dealing with widespread flooding that is shutting down roads, closing businesses, and forcing people from their homes. NBC's Kathy Park is in Memphis, Tennessee with the latest. That's a tragedy.
That's unbelievable. I can't believe he was out there, actually, and all that. But, you know, we never know the story till we know the story.
Yeah, I know. We don't want to
But it's just sad. 24 people have lost their lives in this past week's storms and flooding. And when you start looking behind us at this flood footprint, it certainly, I was just kind of drawing in for a second. This little area is 8 to 12 in the white, okay? And then there's 12 to 18 within that. But, Abrams, that's got to be as big as New England. If you just kind of add that,
square footage. Yeah,
in terms of square miles, acres, whatever you want to call it, but just an absolutely huge flood footprint. Did you want to say something else on that?
I was just going to say, not to mention, it's okay. I was going to say, not to mention, this is on top of the March flooding that we had as well.
This is the second major flood that we had.
People are doing,
I mean, right now, over half the state of Kentucky is in flood warning.
Yeah.
Still with the river flooding. So it's underwater. The whole state is underwater here. And you can see how huge the flood warning footprint was with this. Not everyone's still flooding, but flood emergencies, Little Rock, Memphis. You just saw the video out of Memphis there with the travesty that's going on.
A lot of these places see 5.5 inches of rain for the entire month. And in just 6 days, we got 3 times that. Yeah,
that Benton total is a 4-day state rainfall record. They've never had that much rain for 4 days in the state. So, and it's not just Kentucky. Arkansas,
Tennessee, Missouri. Yeah.
Double-digit totals into here. I mean, just incredible amounts of rain. So, given the fact that today is the 8th, am I right? We have a chance to break some of these records if we get into a wet pattern.
Just for Little Rock, for example, month to date, we've had 11.84. The record is 14.8. So we're only a few inches away from breaking that.
And in terms of the pattern, it looks like not this weekend coming up, but next weekend looks interesting again with this kind of repeating itself. What does this look like? Doesn't this look like March 14th through the 16th?
It's terrible. And by the way, we're not even
Over
at the
100
peak.
Tornadoes.
We're not even at the peak of tornadoes.
No, we aren't. We aren't. So another huge footprint. This time, though, Jordan, the flooding and the severe took the crown, unfortunately.
All right, where we have some of that worst drought there, especially in New Jersey, where we have that extreme drought that's going on. Otherwise, it's severe to moderate. But all of this weather is going to be making its way through Florida. So we have showers. We have storms from Orlando to West Palm to Miami to Fort Pierce to Jensen to Bradenton, all the spots here. Along I-10, we are going to stay sunny and dry. But it is basically south of Gainesville. Of course, Gator Country. My Gators winning big last night. I got to give them a go, Gators. Woo! That's right. We do see showers and storms south of basically Gainesville, Orlando, I-4, 75, 95, seeing those showers and even some thunderstorms out there. we are going to see it as we go throughout the afternoon, the morning hours, crossing from west to east. Plenty of moisture, obviously. You've got the Gulf and you've got the Atlantic, and it's all going to continue to stream across the state here. But at least that takes the temperatures down a little bit. I know it's been quite warm for us. We do have a rip current threat here, not only through the Panhandle, but the west coast of Florida, the east coast of Florida. It is a moderate rip current. And as you see, anywhere that you have, I would say even a yellow flag. By the way, even if there's a green flag, swim by at least people at the very least, if not a lifeguard. Do not go in there. I mean, even as a Floridian born and raised, yellow flag is pretty intense. So keep that in mind. Tomorrow, sunshine and the heat is back with just a few showers here, say along the Space Coast, up towards Daytona Beach, perhaps.